As always, if you need your song to be mixed or mastered, or you need a signature vocal chain, or one of our studio templates for FL, Pro Tools, and Logic Pro, head over to ilrecordings.com right now. This video is a big one, everybody. This is Jaycen Joshua's mixing template. How I required it is the reason why I cannot put it on any of my stores or websites, as I got this through someone else, and unfortunately I might be sued if I sell it. So unfortunately I can't sell it to you, but I can show you it, which is completely fine. This is a big template. It is quite big for a mixing template, as it's got everything that's needed to make one of his many, many, many platinum records. I assume everybody knows who Jaycen Joshua is. If you're watching this video, that man is a living legend in the hip-hop mixing scene. So we might as well just get started. You got the print track, which when the mix is done, it goes up here. The mix bus, which is kind of the main Pro Tools master bus, but that's just sitting here. And his actual mix bus, which of course is the God particle. And I'm pretty sure this is literally just the default. Yeah, it is the default, but apparently my default is a lot smaller than his. So that's just the mix bus. We got Insight, which was free at a time. I don't know if it is free anymore, but it was free around Christmas. And then you got all of the all voxes. That all goes to all vox. That's all vocals, of course, all drums. We got Spectre with a little bit of boost. We got the Fairchild 670. This is the UAD Apollo version, as it's got no X in the title. Will it load? Yes. And they are the settings. I assume he will change these if it's necessary, project to project. And there's a transient shaper, I believe. That's also from UAD, which I don't have, so it's not gonna. Low, we got the All Music, which has Spectre again with the exact same thing. Spectra. I actually might how pronounce it, because those are not the other way around. 660 again. Transient shaper. We got the V3, which I actually might have. I do. It's not doing anything, of course, so he will do this bit by bit. And then the very famous track spacer, which he will then sidechain everything to, so that the vocals can sit presently in the mix. Absolutely beautiful. We have the all EFX channel with every single one of these effects he may or may not use from project to project, mix to mix. And I am not enabling all of these, because these are all in an active. Because, my good God, there are so many. Let's just grab them and just... Yeah, there you go. Absolutely insane about how many there are here. Good God. Right, I'm just going to immediately close that, because that's giving me a headache just looking at it. Oh, Jesus. Right, first things first. The legendary Vox chain, the vocal chain. I'm just messing around. This is what it is. He may have changed it since. I believe this is from around 2021, 2022-ish timeline. So it may have advanced. You'll see how it's not the most present when we go down to the drum section and the bass and all of that. Here is the vocal chain. I will skip that just for now. I'm gonna hold you on just for a little bit longer. Here are all the backgrounds. They're all processed differently depending what it needs. There's RComp, the V3 again, the Air EQ, which is a Slate digital plugin. I don't have that. We've got the Pull Tech, and we've got Sooth 2. Beautiful, simple. And drums. This is what I mean when it's old. Since he's got his Orion plugin out at the moment, this is definitely before Orion was a thing, because the NLS buses are all here in all their glory, and all their non-loading glory. So they're all there. I was going to go through them one by one, but if this is what it takes to load one, I'll never mind. There we go. If you have the plugin, pause, make sure it's all down, and we've got a bit of a low cut. just to make sure all of that unnecessary low end down there, low end information isn't just taking up the mix and causing the limiter, which is his God particle, to absolutely fuck up. C drums obviously just means client drums, and this is the old one, R bass. I do have this plugin, but it's the other one, not this one, because there's two, so I don't have it. We got black box, a gate, and more low end dipness, just in case if it's too punchy and all of that. He may take R bass off as well. He's got Spectre, Spiff. I don't have Spiff, and Insight, to see how stereo the drums are or how mono the drums are. Beautiful. And the boom for the bass, or just a really boomy thing because there's a bass bit here, which are all the same. They just are. And this one's actually got a R comp here. And the release has been absolutely slammed to the absolute max because he wants the bass to not have weight, not take up the presence like the kick is. Because if you want some more weight in your bass, just pull back the release. And I assume he will also fiddle rounds with these settings depending on the mix. And there's a more subtle one here at 76 hertz with an Insight again for its spatial shenanigans. Okay, we've got high-end perks and low-end perks. I think they're the exact same. We've got tape, Salin. I don't actually know what plugin that is. Pro Q3, missed one. R comp, the Air EQ again from Slate Digital. CLA Mixdown, Little Radiator, Sound Toys. This is a Waves plugin. I think this spread is, I believe. And I think that's also a Waves plugin, and then Spectre again. He will use these two plugins. You're going to have to look right here. Can my mouse get big? Yeah, right there. For the name of everything, unless you can see this. I seem to be 5 inches too far away from the monitor to read anything at the moment. He will use these for spatial effects. They go left to right, backwards and forwards in the mix. He will also use TrueVerb for that. And it seems like here we have some buses, synth, and music parallel compression with the MV2 just absolutely squished to fuck. So these are definitely parallel effects. I don't actually know what this synth maroon is, truly. It seems I'm going to have to test this out in my own and hopefully try and explain it, because I don't know if he's ever explained it. I don't know. So that's going to be interesting. I haven't got a clue, because these are parallel effects. And then we got guitars. I believe they're the exact same as everything else. And I just want to make it very clear, just because of all the plugins are there and deactivated, doesn't mean when he comes to mix, he will then turn on every single plugin and do something with it. No, they're all here because these are the plugins he likes to use on these particular items, and he'll enable the ones that he wants to use that will improve the song maximally. That's great English. And from everything here, I can see all of the guitars are the same, the synths are the same, the keys are the same, and the main music, so that's probably the main melody throughout the song, is also got the exact same plugins. Horns, same thing. Strings, same thing. Ish. There seems to be plugins here that I've completely neglected to use. We got harmonics, Little Radiator again, this plugin again. Translator, that plugin, that doesn't say translator, but that plugin, and this plugin, this is a compressor from UAD. They're all there. They're all on another bus, which seems to be an actual master channel, which is interesting, as I've never seen anybody use this, because Pro Tools has their master bus, the main thing that everything goes into, but he's clearly made multiple master buses, because if you didn't know what Jaycen Joshua likes to do, he likes to master his stuff before it hits the mix bus, which explains all these buses and things. I hope that made sense. So he masters as he goes along to make sure everything is nice, suited, and booted, basically. It's all nice, thick, present, loud, in your face. And, there's a couple extra stuff down here. We've got the vocal samples, if any of them are there. So, exactly the exact same. And then sound effects, like a boom or something, the exact same. All there. Kind of nice. He has some consistency in his mixing. or he did. But something that we can see here is a vocal chain. So you know what it's going to be, everybody. I'm going to go grab those vocals that we always use, because everybody should know how they sound by now. So let me just grab them real quick. Here we are. Beautiful vocals all here. They look clipped, but don't worry. Pro Tools has that. That's just, I believe everything. I've put it into this channel. So let's see how it sounds. Maybe not, because why isn't it playing? That's always a good start. So you know what? I'm just going to grab everything and just push it down. I'm not going to save this. So you can hear what it sounds like. So I can actually go through plugin by plugin about this. I can't copy Fresh Air because I don't own Fresh Air anymore. And I can't do this because it's mono stereo. Right. Oh, shit. Right. Hang on. Okay. After a lot of faffing around, I finally got it sound working, because for some reason the sound didn't work. So I've just copied all of the vocal channel down to the main vocal, and then I've just sent this straight to the print, basically, straight to the master. Because, I don't know, I couldn't get the sound working, which is not good for a vocal mixing template video. Anywho, we can see how it sounds now, and then I'll show you all of the plugins.
Go back to the old days, okay? I'm always messed up on my own pain, okay? But I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little. Never feel a high or low, I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a confusing riddle, but every single day I'm solving a little.
Okay, I can't lie, that sounds pretty good. Only one tiny thing is that the vocal is just a tiny bit muddy. And I can tell you exactly how we can fix that.
Always, okay? Don't go back to the old days, okay? I'm always messed up on my own pain, okay? But I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little. Never feel a high or low, I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a confusing...
There you go. Fixed it. See, there you go. Very simple and works very well right off the bat, which is quite rare for a vocal chain. First things first, as promised, Spectre doing absolutely nothing. I know for a fact Jaycen would then go in and alter things if necessary, depending on the song, to see if the vocals are setting well with the beat and everything, nothing's clashing. Next, we have L-Ray. I know for a fact it was doing a lot of compression because I could see it here.
I'm always, okay?
Yeah.
Don't go back to the old days, okay? I'm always messed up on my own.
One thing that the L-Ray has done to these vocals is kind of thicken them up and tightens them up, which is really good, and I like that vocal sound. So, you know, L-Ray was a worthy purchase for how expensive this thing is. And anyway, I know he will only do around 1 dB, maybe 3 dB at the very most of compression, so he will then dial this in since it's going all the way down there. So that's what he will do. Next is the EQ. I know I moved it up to 80, but it starts around 50 hertz, and he just moves it depending how much lower end he wants to take out the vocal. He compresses first, then EQs. That's just his philosophy. That's how he likes to do it. And I'm not here to argue with someone who has far more credit and a point, way many more points than I do. If you don't know what a point is, it's a percentage of the master. So there you go. Then you got the MC404, his favorite multi-band compressor. Remember, let's see.
Always, okay? Don't go back to...
It's actually not doing anything very much. A lot of low end and a bit here. What he would do is make sure that the bars here and these two channels are lining up. Yeah, he'll just make sure they're lining up. And if they're not, he'll fiddle around with this. To make sure they're aligned and all of that. Next thing, he has this EQ, just like I have done. He starts out fresh, but since I said this vocal's a bit boxy, and after I've done all of that, it's still a bit boxy. Just take it down. Simple. This is more of his corrective thing, and if he needs something, he'll boost here as well. Next thing, he has his Fresh Air on his template, but I do not have Fresh Air, so sadly I couldn't copy it. But he will then go to the high boost if it's needed, the mid-range boost, make a good overall sound out of it. You got the second MC404, which, hello, oh,
Ain't okay, but I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little.
is doing the majority of things, and I believe this MC404 has the same velocity as the first one. Make sure everything is lined up, but as you can see,
Ain't okay,
absolutely slamming.
but I'm
So
trying
what he would
and
do
I'm
is
trying,
then
but I'm
this.
trying so little. Never feel a high or low, I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a confusing riddle, but every single day I'm so
Like that, to make sure it's all even, to make sure the sound is steady. Now we have CLA vocals. This version isn't actually doing anything, but he would go onto this compression area and see what sounds best for the vocal. Maybe he won't do anything because this definitely has a character.
ain't okay, but I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little. Never feel a high or low.
It's doing something to the vocal. Not entirely sure what it's doing to the vocal, but it's definitely doing something. Next we has his C6 trick, which is just
Ain't okay. Always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a confusing riddle.
just taking out some frequency he doesn't like. This one, for example, is de-essing and just taking a bit of the mud out. Simples. Next, Soothe 2. This is his secret thing. As this, if I turn it on, you might have to turn your headphones up.
Still
But
a
it's taking out all that
confusing.
harshness at the very top of the vocal. And he says he really likes it on slow attack as it keeps the transients of the vocal intact. Even though I don't believe Soothe goes after the transients. But so it just makes sure that harshness is taken away from the high end because he likes a crisp, loud sound with a clean top end that's not harsh to the ears. Especially around, hang on, where does this start? 2K to 18K, yeah, especially around that area, like 1 to 5K basically he's controlling. And I assume if he needs to, he'll just simply just move it depending where the vocal harshness is, as he likes you to crank the music he mixes. So, as promised, I went through the vocal chain and we went through everything. Thank you all for watching. Very much appreciate it. Sorry I can't just give you the vocal chain and the template. I don't want to be sued, so I can't give it out to you. Shout out to you for the people that sent it. As you can probably see at the top, it's Mixed with the Masters, who I've got it from, so I'm not dealing with Mixed with the Masters. I'm just showing you what the template looks like and possibly get into the mind of Jaycen Joshua or why he has certain plugins and stuff. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.